Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. Don't even know what I got yesterday on the puzzle streak, but I have definitely noticed a reflection of my lack of ability to perform in puzzle streak, correlating directly to my inability to... Why is this so small? Oh, I cleared my cache. I could have been at a higher number. I could have been at a higher number. But we'll never know. White to move. Check. Let's get up there to 4 really quickly. Check followed by mate on the open rank. Check followed by mate because the other rook is pinned. And we just have to stop that pawn from queening. Oh, see what I mean? See exactly what I mean? Craziness, right? That I am performing so poorly. Removing the defender. Taking advantage of pins. And we can play the rook lift now or later, as it turns out. Removing the defender. See if we can break it past 6. Being able to give up the rook, relatively key. Made it to 8. What in the world are we doing? And why is this the blunder? Oh, because they are just hanging a pizza. Almost flubbed it. Almost flubbed it. Let's head back to our community. Dojo. Starting now. Talpacino. Alright. I think we're still in E4 territory. I have to check on our status as far as our openings go. So let's see. Let's play the King's Gambit. Because Talpacino seems to be well versed in his standard defenses. This is, of course, one of the main refutations to this opening. We do need to bother the daylights out of him in accordance with what we know. Make sure we don't hang any material. I thought that king takes probably would have held on to his pawn. There are some things that we have to do if we want to stop. Yeah, let's just take back our pawn. Let us not do anything too fancy. Nothing too fancy. Well, that was a little agreeable. Did not consider that possibility so greatly. Oh, is he threatening to just take a pawn back? That's annoying. So now E2 is covered, E4 is covered, D4 is covered. Do I really wish to do it? No, we're going to do that later. We will tag his knight later. Later in the mix. So how did we get a pawn up in a King's Gambit? But we have to remember we only have 30 seconds left on our clock. This could be atrocious. Is he threatening checkmate? Wise guy. Wise guy. I blundered. Tactically, I blundered again. He blundered in reply. That is craziness, that he blundered in reply. And he may have blundered in the reply again. So I got a second chance at this, it looks like. By a miracle, I got a second chance at it. No, you don't have to resign. You have rook e3. Knight takes h5, rook takes e1, rook takes e1, rook takes h5, king takes g4. Chris, you did not have to resign, man. Maca Arena. Maca Capablanca. How much do you want to bet? Sorry, man. Yeah, you didn't need to resign. You did have rook e3. You were losing another pawn, but I should have taken that other pawn earlier instead of playing h4. I should have played rook takes h5 then. Maca Capablanca, you are up, sir. Would be nice to get the standings of the Swiss on this side of the board. I don't know if I need more g6s, but I do know that I need more d5s. Whoa. Bishop dump. Interesting.
Kingslayer Sloan said. Quadrasbezki yo Dickenstein.
Uh-oh. Quadrasbezki, you're up. So what is going on here? And what does it all mean? Knight to d4. Bishop takes d3. Knight takes e4. Rook to e8. Looks like I have an option to get rid of my weak e6 pawn regardless. Now there's something funny going on. Now there's something funny going on.
Kingslayer Sloan said. Quadrasbezki love ya, but CHES coach wants you to join Discord and say hello.
Yes, I did misjudge that one. I gave back the pawn. I did give back the pawn. Uh-oh. Am I trapped? No. I'm not trapped completely. Chess. Bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes. I don't have much of a choice, unfortunately. Maca Capablanca. Yeah, that was a blunder. Bishop takes c4 was a blunder.
So,
now we're trapped in Fisher's mind battling his own private army, and if
I really did need that bishop on that square, or did I? Was it the same problem? Well, that's interesting.
Polgár, shaken, not still.
Thoughtful Gaming. Thanks for following. Kingslayer Sloan said. John, we have visitors.
We have visitors? Do we? No way. Lonely Winter, good morning. Chose No Warrior, how are you? Thank you so much for the shout out for our raiders. Did we get a raiders? I apologize completely. I am FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. In August, I am actually struggling in this position. Struggling, I tell you. Woof.
Tapes New Chess said. Hello sir, how are you?
Knight e7 was probably better. I needed to batten down the hatches. How am I gonna escape this one? Takes.
Kingslayer Sloane.
I'm
said,
not.
John has more titles than that Queen of Dragons lady.
Queen of Dragons lady. Thank you, Rogan. Namaste. Tapas new chess. So how is your stream? Why am I not getting the raid notification? Let's do that one again.
So, now we're trapped in Fisher's mind, battling his own private army.
68. Thank you for the raiders. Namaste.
Until our brains turn to scrambled egg.
We are playing in a daily dojo arena.
Tapes new chess.
This is the Monday through Friday straight daily
Haven't been
dojo.
streaming for 2 months since was busy prepping for my OTB tournament.
I saw you were doing very okay. The last I looked, you were 3 out of 7. I don't know if the tournament's over by now or when the last time I saw on social media your latest update. Oh no, I'm thinking about Lonely Winter. Did you do a game review on your stream?
Tapes new chess. Said. My final score is 5-9. Tapes new chess. Said. I will do today mostly.
Mostly, you say. But Lonely Winter also was playing her first over-the-board tourney. Kevin C. was pointing out. I'm trying to think, there was another player also. I think Agnes Monovikut also was playing her first over-the-board tournament. I do have to check to see what I am up to. My record there in the Scandinavian was impaired greatly. I am going to play the King's Gambit again today. Second King's Gambit of the day.
Tapes new chess. Said.
I should be playing
Every
Bishop
position
C4.
of the games in my tournament was advantageous and winning for me, but some games I wasn't able to convert at all.
Really? That is craziness. So H4, 95.
Tapes new chess. Said. In the first round though I managed to win in only 6 moves.
Standard operating procedure here. And now they're threatening to win a knight, of all things, right? Isn't that rude
Tapes
of them?
new chess. Said. Everyone around me were shocked. Tapes new chess. Said. Even the arbiter himself, LOL.
Even the arbiter himself. Nice. Oh, shoots. I did need to move that piece. Oh no, I hung a pizza. Let's just keep developing. Keep developing.
Tapes new chess. Said. Now my next tournament is a rapid tournament happening on 11th of August.
Oh, this is very sad. That is even sadder.
Tapes new chess.
Let's bother him to the
Said.
best of our ability.
Not sure what to prep exactly.
Calculation. My default answer to that is calculation. Always prep calculation. And now for something completely different.
Tapes new chess. Said. Calculations and endgame puzzles. Tapes
Not
new
much
chess,
of a choice here.
said. Maybe you can train me, sir.
I think that would be awesome.
Tapes new chess, said. We can do online coaching.
The way I'm playing at the moment, I don't know that anyone should accept online coaching from me. I
Tapes
just
new
hung a
chess,
piece.
said. Of 1 or 2 hours.
We're going to try to pretend like this is all part of our regularly scheduled programming.
Tapes new chess, said.
Oh, yes.
I mean we can do on the specific days whenever you are free.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And this is all part of the regularly scheduled plan. I don't really want to trade any pizzas at all.
Kingslayer Sloan, said. John has free time news to the world.
News to the world. Certain emphasis involved there. How does he finish me? That is the question. I agree that this does look like the shot. Should I throw this check in now or later?
Kingslayer
No, I
Sloan,
can't allow it later.
said. Much love, can't wait to hear about Vegas. Tapes new chess, said. Because from what I also learned from this tournament is that I actually need a coach to guide me and help me out, because the players to whom I either lost or draw said they usually have coaching sessions before every tournaments.
Indeed. I'm actually coaching someone for the Botez chess camp. So I'm actually curious as to how that's going to work out. Crossing my fingers. Oh no! Walking into mate in 1, throwing myself on my sword. Alright, so maybe it wasn't mate in 1, maybe it was mate in 2. It was mate in 2.
Said. TBH, the people you beat probably had coaches too.
Exactly. Coaching is key. Coaching is key.
Tapes new chess, said. Yeah, that's true as well.
I did not vlog as much, if at all, if you can consider at all, in Las Vegas when I was there for the World Series of Poker in the previous week. Unfortunately, I was there for the last 4 or 5 days of the main event. Got to watch much of it. Sweated Kristen Foxen on the rail up to day 8 of the main event. Played one event, which I cashed. I chopped the final table 4 or 5 ways. My memory is fuzzy now. I know it came out to a profit of about $440. It was nice. It was a small entry fee event at the daily at the Horseshoe. Met a lot of nice guys. Can't believe how poorly I'm playing. Let's just go back for a moment. Now, I did notice something, though, Tapas knew, that my tactical and calculation awareness is directly linked to my ability to achieve higher scores on Puzzle Streak on a daily basis. Basically, to have that constant threat
I see.
of getting an answer wrong is key. I think that I attempted to do Puzzle Rush as well.
Said, what is your highest puzzle streak? Kingslayer
95.
Said, got to 1,811 rapid, then lost 60 ELO.
Yeah, that happens. You can never celebrate getting to a higher and higher score. That is an awkward thing.
Tapes New Chess. Said, wow, mine is 53.
I remember when mine was 55 or 56 right after I started doing it, and then I got to 74 a couple of times. I remember the second time I got to 74. The next one looked so easy, and I blundered immediately. Check everything, trust nothing.
Kingslayer
is the mantra for Puzzle Streak.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so 95, and today my high score was 6. I blundered right away. So that shows you exactly what I was doing in my games, right? I just hung a knight on g4 in the most recent game. I'm playing Raw and Hay. No! Alright, we're going to just play the standard main line. Tired of bad positions? Play the main lines.
Tapes New Chess. Said, do you want to play a game with me, John Sir, to check my game improvement after the arena?
I don't play individual games with anyone, ironically, as much as I would love to. And in fact, I don't play with students on average. I would rather observe your games in real time. The way it should be. So not giving up the center. Rook e1, bishop g4, b6, bishop to a6, bishop to b7, queen to c7. We're just going to hold the center. d4 was probably a good move for me at that last occasion, in that last moment. I see Ron Hay is also down a bit from his usual, so maybe it's cyclical. Maybe it's just the summer months. Maybe it's just the summer months. e5, knight takes, rook takes. I'm pinned. I'm still pinned. CD4, E4, knight D4, knight D4. Bishop takes B7. F2 is weak, but how to get there from here? Fine. We will back it up. The idea of playing knight G4, knight E5, or just ignoring what he is doing and playing for D4. Well, we're giving our opponent the 2 center pawns. For what reason? I don't know. Knight D4. Knight takes A5, rook takes A5, rook takes A5. I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Really? Fine. This doesn't do it, by the way. This does not do it at all. Nicely done, Ron. Nicely done. Bishop c8 was a really awkward move. 3 in a row. Well, the good news is that this is happening in blitz rather than in rapid, where I am very close to 2200 again. And I've been over 2200. When my puzzle streak was doing well. I need to do some more studying for myself. That's what I need. We need to be playing what we are studying. By the way, if you've not checked out Chess Informant, there is some special Chess Informant pricing at the end. There's the summer sale link, and there is the standard link, shahovsky.com, for more information, and an article from Chess-Based Magazine on what Chess Informant is all about and how their study material works. I feel for Mr. J.M.M. Martico. In general, you're getting revenge for me right now. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Marrow. What in the world? What's that all about? A6, bishop A2. Ay, ay. I guess we have to go this way. Do I? Do I have to go that way at all?
Pegasus Sway.
Foreplay.
Yeah, I have to go this way.
Hi all, I think I have COVID flushed.
Well, that was a fascinating move. You think you have COVID? What? I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That is no joke, ironically. Of all the non-joking that there could be in the world. Tagging weaknesses. What? Bishop takes, knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Knight e2 check. Bishop c6. Let's take his most aggressive knight. Wow, he gave that up pretty easily. Let's just pretend as though this is an option. throw another check in before we take the rook. Might lead to mate. Aye, aye. Marrow, good work, sir.
Paulie said,
Whew.
Hi Master Chess Dojo.
Good morning, Paul. How are you? Great to see you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Hay, massive supporter of the dojo. Hope you are feeling okay, sir. I don't know what to recommend for that. You're staying at home? Is this really going around? I should take a test myself now that I think about it. After all, I was in a very unsafe environment there. In the World Series of Poker. It could be 9 rounds. I don't know if we'll make it to 9 rounds. It depends on how many players are left. Very often it's 7 or 8 rounds. It's scheduled for 9 rounds. Yes. You get plenty of opportunities to play. First things first, as white, we are at 2573. And it seems like my E4 games have caught up. To refresh the screen just to make sure, we're at 74. So we need 6 more E4 games, which we can definitely get in today, at the very least. And as black against E4, I need 4 more G6s. I already started on the D5s by accident, but I need 4 more.
I'm okay on Saturday. I beat a 1900, the highest rated player I have beaten OTB.
Nice. Well, the law of averages means that you are going to get your opportunities against those players. That is well within your reach, by the way. Well within your reach. Basically, anyone can play 400 points above their rating at any given time. And when higher rated players are playing lower rated players, unfortunately, the irony is...
said, more E4 games are a good idea.
Yes. No, you got to go for your opponent's throat when you are the lower rated player. You can't just... You cannot just putz around and try to win positionally against a much stronger player. You do have to threaten them calculation-wise as much as humanly possible. And against C4, what is that? What am I closest to finishing? G6 against C4 as well. G6 against C4 and E4. I need 3 G6 games against Knight F3 as black. I can use a lot more G6 as well. I'm 2 games with C6 away from finishing that one, rounding that off to 0.
Said, I made a point of not looking at my opponent's rating before each round.
Very good. Just play your best possible game. Bring your best possible game to the table. If they see your rating and they lower their expectations, play all of your games from now on as though they were that 1900 that you beat. Keep in mind, visualize that exact experience over and over and over again. So we've zeroed out all of our E4 defenses. And as white, we've zeroed out all of our E4, all of our openings except for E4. We're going to do reps of 10. I'm sorry that I played G6 against that fellow. I'm sorry, D5 against that fellow. I wasn't really ready to play the Scandinavian. Nobody should ever be caught dead playing the Scandinavian. Alright. Returning to... Uh-oh. What is going on here? Bishop g4 is a terrible idea, by the way. Absolutely terrible, atrocious idea.
Polly said, Hikaru beat Faustino Oro with the Skendi.
Well, every opening works. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any of the particular openings. Absolutely nothing wrong with any of the particular openings. Tis a myth that there's anything wrong with any of the particular openings. Queen to h4 check. To disturb his castling. Where is he going to go? h3? Where is he going with that? What kind of a discovery does he have? And now for something completely indifferent, he has to recapture with his queen. I still don't get it. Well, now he has to recapture with his queen. Get to come in. And now for something completely indifferent. This looks awkward for him. To say the least, it looks awkward for him. Yuck. What happened there? Why did you move the same pawn twice in the opening? So the rules of engagement for the open games when you play e4 are as follows. Do not move the same piece twice. Those are the absolute principles guidelining everything, placing your pieces as carefully as you can. That accounts for pawns too. Don't waste time developing your pieces and pawns. And at the same time, place your queen and rooks carefully. So in that particular game, let's just take a quick peek. So for example, this is just a blunder. You should be developing your pieces. I moved the same pawn twice. Unfortunately, I disagree with this one. Notice that my score went down after that. There were many ways, perhaps even d6 is better to keep the pressure on the d4 pawn. But I played for it this way, and I get pressure on the d4 pawn, and black is better. Black is better. Bishop g4, bishop takes, g takes. I don't necessarily want to do anything necessarily because I'm way ahead in time. Queen e2, place your queen and rooks carefully. This is not a good thing. Queen to d2 was probably forced. Queen to d2, knight to f5, bishop takes c6, b takes c6, and black is still better, but at least you don't lose everything after this. So what was the story on queen h4 check? it was actually quite good. I don't have to take on e5 because rook to d7
said,
was what I was afraid
was out
of.
dancing last Friday, then on Sunday night sore throat, on Monday it got worse, fever, cough, pain in the legs, today I'm sick but I'll be fine, hope it passes.
I hope so too. But it is diagnosed as COVID, huh? Aye, aye, aye. So by the way, we have TTS for all subscribers. Namaste for how many months there? And why is my subscriber alert not working?
No more foreplay.
Hi all, I think I have COVID flushed.
Did the alert go off? I don't know. Thank you, Thoughtful Gaming, for following. Thank you also for Aratheo for following. I'm gonna skip these guys in. Thoughtful Gaming and Aratheo, just because I did not see them. Alright, the delay on that one is rather incredible.
Shaken, not stirred.
Alright, back to Judith Polgár's birthday arena. 2 games still going. Lonely Winter. Lovely streamer. You should definitely be following her. She does quite a bit of IRL and just chatting. I don't know if I think the last stream I saw was the IRL stream where she was talking about her score being 3 out of 7. I haven't figured out whether or not I can look up where she was playing, but I'm hoping that it would be on her socials. We all follow each other for the most part on our socials. You can follow me there. You can also join the Discord. You can also see my memorable games. I have a playlist of my memorable games on YouTube. Please subscribe on YouTube. Helps the channel immensely. No cost to you. I think, and I haven't tested it, if someone subscribed on YouTube, if they get the TTS on YouTube for subscribing on YouTube, if you chat on YouTube, I'm curious if it works just fine, because subscribers on YouTube will get the TTS, I think. Maestro. Did my King's Gambit go south? Best by test. Let us keep our bishop pair. Let's see if he's playing any of the new stuff that is recommended by either uh-oh. This is interesting. The Riga variation. The Riga variation. Avoiding the mate. Oh, that doesn't work. That was my original intention. C'est la vie. And now the 2 pieces for the rook returned? What? I don't want to do that. Oh no, sir. What were you thinking? I don't think he was thinking. I am a big fan of the Riga variation, by the way. Huge fan of the Riga variation. Got another Rosen trophy for the pawn mate. Most of the time the opponents don't play on in the Riga variation when they lose 2 rooks. Ouch. I actually could have played the Riga variation in one of my earliest endeavors in chess. So but anyway, I am FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. I do have to renew my FIDE title certificate, but I believe that once they give you that title, they shouldn't be able to take it away. It is true that I do need to recertify every now and then. The knowledge doesn't go away. I've been teaching for 40 years as of August 15th. 1984. For whatever reason, I thought it was August 13th, but August 13th was a Friday. And I believe that I learned about Petrosian's death in the Sunday morning paper on the 15th of 1984. And the paper boy who was delivering the paper that day became my first student, and he became a candidate master in short order. And we are using primarily as our study material in those days the chess informant. So I believe that anyone and everyone using the chess informant wisely can reach the level of master strength in the matter of a handful of years. 3 to 5 years. Master strength using the power of chess informant. The latest edition, I have not completely cracked it. It's still in the cellophane. Informant 160. I am going to crack it now. Actually, I'm not going to crack it now. I have too many things on my block. When I open it, we will be studying it. Brutally and amazingly. I do recommend the Quality Base 2024 by Chess Informant. There's a CD where you can own Chess Informant's numbers 1 through 158. Quality Base 2024 brings you up to date with digital access to all of the annotations, all of the exercises, all of the games, plus the game fragments. Almost 70, just over 77,000 games, 47,000 fragments, a possibility of 124,000, over 124,000 games annotated by the best players in the world. Quality Base. Why am I not playing? At least I've recovered from my 3 losses. Am I going to get to play the honorable Merophone. Why is my score 1-1 with Merophone? I won the most recent game. The pterodactyl defense was the G6 followed by C5. They call that the pterodactyl? I like it. The pterodactyl. It's a dinosaur of an opening. Oh, I didn't make a move. Black timeout. What day was that? Oh, I didn't know that I was in the tournament. You can redeem yourself if you accidentally forfeit like that, but you have to play again that particular day in order to recover. Reload. One game still going. Let's check it out. Merophone versus Krishna Chandra, who's a very avid student of the game, Krishna Chandra. Looks like Merophone is in a spot of trouble. Is this true? Oh no. Merophone is up the pizza. I need to look at this from the white side to know which side is up. Krishna Chandra is white. Merophone has the 15 seconds. Gotta keep capturing. Gotta have 3 pawns for the rook. I may have started with the check just to keep the pawn from promoting. But it's worth it. Ouch! No! Krishna Chandra, you fell for it. Knight D4 would have been a bit more convincing. But there was quite a bit of counterplay involved here, that's for sure. Unfortunately, black is just cleaning up on all those pawns. And he was correct in order to not move the knight because he set up the tactic. There was nothing wrong in this position with promoting that pawn and getting your rook back and then trying to get the king back as fast as humanly possible. So after FG6, HG6, it would have been best to promote the pawn immediately. All right, Mr. Merophone, we get a second chance. Good luck, good skill, good game. The pterodactyl continues. AKA the sniper. Don't I wish to? I think I have to take it, even though I lose time here. And now for something completely indifferent. Basically a G3 Sicilian where I'm down a tremendous number of tempi. Tremendous number of tempi. Tempe, Arizona. Interestingly enough, we're just going to trust the process. So knight takes c6, knight takes e3, knight takes a5. Wow. Probably rook to b8 right away was better. Interesting. Where are you headed, sir? And what does it all mean? Rook takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. This does indeed look scary. Whew. Did he score the vengeance that he so pronounced before? He did beat Maca Capablanca. Where I did not. That started me on my my spiral. Maca Capablanca is now playing Ron Hay, who is vying to catch up to second place. Let's check it out. Three minor pieces. What a beautiful thing. This requires a certain amount of piece coordination. Oops. That will test his playing ability. Alright, it's a game. All comes down to the last round. If there's a last round, it should be a last round. All legitimate players playing. I'm going to be playing the number one player. Oh, maybe I'm not playing the number one player. Interesting. Alright, Krishna Chandra. Good luck, sir. This is why he's here. October 1992. 10th. I always try to figure these numbers out. October 92, 01. Alright, G6. Interestingly enough, in the Lichess universe, we actually only get I'm going for the best possible position. Stopping the Magnus Carlsen b3, bishop to b2, and that. d5, anyone? e5 followed by d5. Looks good. Could have played it last move. While his king is in the center. e6. B to d7, probably better. attempting to overwork him on many fronts. Unfortunately, a small double attack can be answered. Probably not losing any material. No? Yes? Maybe so? Two pieces for a rook. Still pressure on B2. Rook to B3, trapping my queen. Queen A1 check. Got it. I'm not up any material here, am I? Now we're up material. It's official. Takes, 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 takes. Indeed. Alright, so we cemented our third place finish. Whew. By a hair and by our chinny chin chin. We started the day at 2073, lost 3 games in a row, and only finished down 3 rating points. In theory. Let's go back and check Krishna Chandra's best moves. If he had better moves, I thought he played pretty well. This is a little passive, but he should continue in closed King's Indian attack territory. Queen to D2 is very awkward. Was he trying to tempt me into Bishop A6? I don't think so. So here he's officially lost a tempo, and I missed my chance right here for e5 followed by d5 with his king being in the center. Fairly certain that e5 followed by d5 was a better plan than d6. Nope, b4, huh? b4 first, then e5? Yes, b4 first, and then e5, followed by d5, or even a5, but d5 is better, in my opinion, just to take over the center. a5 does create a little bit of a problem, but the knight always has c5. So busting open the center is much more efficient because the king is in the center and he's not getting castled easily. Threatening to win a pawn. So now he's covered the pawn. Fascinating, but needless to say, I played d6, and this move, b4 followed by queen a5. Seriously? I liked my move better. a3 stops all of my threats. Does it? Does it really? Oh, he has knight to b3 after bishop takes knight. Pawn takes. I want to see this. b4. Bishop takes f6. Oh, he has b4 now. And in the other line that I was not looking at, he also possibly had knight to b3, c takes b2, bishop takes b2. Oh no, that's check. So that would be bad. He has to play. And I lose my queen. Yeah, that was a pretty good move. He castled instead and allowed b4, which is winning a pizza. Or it's winning a pawn anyway. The a2 pawn. I chose to get it this way. Queen takes a2. Then he tried to abandon ship, and life was tough. I was really worried about rook to b3 until I realized I had queen a1 check. Congratulations, Dio Phantom. Thank you for being here. Nicely done. Did Dio Phantom come from the Lonely Winter Raid? That's a good question. Thoughtful gaming. Namaste, everyone. We can return to our puzzle streak just a little bit before we head out. I mean, what is going on here? Is there a reason I cannot take this? And now capture, capture, and capture. Oh no! See how my tactical awareness, where are the weaknesses? I have to write those things down over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Anyway, my good friend Judith Polgár is turning 48 today. That's crazy. We first met officially before her 16th birthday party when she was 15 years old. And she's always been very kind to me and very, very generous with her time and her privileges. When she sees me at tournaments, she brings things in. She's defeated 11 current and former world champions. Spassky, Smyslov, Topalov, Anand. Well, if we're counting Ponomarev, Kalifman, and Kazimzanov, she's definitely defeated 8 classical world champions. And Susan Polgár is now living in St. Louis, although I think she's somewhat retired now and traveling the world. Her son Tom, I'm trying to remember where he's going to school. Perhaps that gave us some options. But let us raid Grandmaster. We're not raiding Grandmaster Gowry, unfortunately. We could raid Grandmaster Gowry. He is on Lichess, I believe, but so is a player that you may or may not have heard of. So please give him your all. Use your raid emojis. Thank you everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao. Thank you to the new followers. Aratheo, Thoughtful Gaming, Pegasus, thank you for the renewal for 37 months. Namaste. And I hope you're feeling better, Ron. I do. Please take care of yourself. Get some rest.
Kingslayer Sloan said.
Oh.
CYA John.
We have the French Bishop Chesscast with streamer Kingslayer Sloan. Please follow Kingslayer Sloan. I didn't get him earlier in the stream when I was supposed to. You can find all the connections to our old episodes at Spotify, Audible, Amazon, or iHeart there. Cheers and ciao, everybody. Thank you, Rogan, for being here. And thank you to Lonely Winter as well. If I can spell it right away.
Kingslayer Sloan said, we can do an episode tomorrow, my Shiom, if you want.
That might be okay.